Woo, hey y'all. Oh my God, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to tag some people. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tag y'all on face, going on screen yard. So tag some people. This right here, this right here, this right here, this right here, y'all. Wow. Wow. If y'all can hear me, please let me know. Now I gotta try to figure out. Oh man. Y'all, if y'all can hear me, let me know. Um, I can't even see the comments, so I'm gonna have to hold on. Just let me log in. Y'all, let me log in. Okay, so I know that if y'all can see me, just let me know. Write some comments down. Tag some people. Yeah, again, this is your girl G from Surviving Off Broken Pieces, y'all. Oh my God, like this thing is crazy. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. Like I ain't never, um, wow, I've never had to, experience that like that. Like it wouldn't even let me go. Like, oh wow. Whew. Well, to God be the glory. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Tracy. Steph, y'all. Oh my God, I had a whole team in the back trying to help a sister out. A whole team. So I thank God for that, Lord. Let's get to this thing and start. They can't stop this. Let's get to it. Let me play on my theme song, Secret Lovers, y'all. Let me shake this thing off. This thing almost got your girl trapped up. Let me shake this thing off. It's your girl G from Surviving Off Broken Pieces, y'all. Y'all just type some comments in. We gonna talk this thing out. No, girl, want your phone? I'm like, what in the world? I don't own a right to this song, but I couldn't find a better song to play for this situation. Secret Lovers. I could not find a better song. Look at it. Everything's trying to act a fool. I couldn't find a better song to play for the situation, y'all, with everything that was going on. Secret Lovers, what a song. How in the world? I said, what in the world, girl? Listen, I'm gonna play a little bit of this right here. Y'all tag some folks in for me because I can't tag up here. Well, ain't it that I can't? I just don't really know how. But y'all tag some peoples. We're gonna get this topic and we're gonna talk about this thing because this a fire topic. And it's really serious. Yeah, girl, secret lovers. what what better song? What better song than Secret Lovers, girl? That stuff is crazy. Okay, let me cut it off because I don't want y'all get some viewers get all crazy with it, but I mean this actual facts. Um, we're gonna go straight in the letter because I'm late, so I want to go straight in the letter, y'all, and we want to talk about this thing because this a lot. Like this is a lot, y'all. This right here is a lot. I'm not I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing because this situation right here, just to think about it, me myself, I wouldn't even want to be in nothing like this. Um, Again, let's start with the letter. Dear Surviving Off Broken Pieces, I'm married, but my heart belongs to someone else. That right there, I couldn't, if I was to be honest, if I was to be honest, you guys, and because I've been there myself. Uh, I've been there myself, married, but um, you know, heart belonging to somebody else. So that right there kind of hit home. Um, what they call it, entanglement. So that right there kind of hit home. So um, I'm like, wow. But let me go to the letter. My husband and I have been married for 10 years. The first 6 years was okay. However, 3 years ago, I met this man who I fell in love with. My goodness, my goodness. I decided to walk away and focus back on my marriage for my kids' sake. Now, I'm just going to stop right there for a minute. No, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I've tried everything to forget this man, but I just can't shake it. I keep telling myself you'll get over him eventually, but it has been a year now and I still think of him. Even when my husband and I are intimate, I'm thinking about the other man. My goodness. I don't go out without my husband because I don't trust myself. Mm. I called him numerous of times, but I just hang the phone up. I've even had my best friend spy on him to see who he's dating and what he's doing. I have images of him and I that plays in the back of my mind constantly. I have dreams about us being intimate and they feel so real. Please don't judge me. I thought these feelings would have been gone by now, but they're not. And every part of me want him, shaking my head. But my kids. Absolutely, absolutely. She honest. You know, y'all. Like I said, this is a no judgment zone, and we ain't gonna just jump up and judge people. Y'all, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna talk this thing out because evidently she need help. And we're gonna talk about this because see the thing of it is to me, and I don't want y'all to write y'all comments because I'm reading y'all comments too. I can see it on my phone. Now, Joe, want your phone? It was my this crazy stuff going on here, this warfare. Um, the fact that she left because I'm gonna take this thing because we're gonna handle it spiritually because I know that's the first way people that's the first thing people do. They take it spiritually. And yes, I know that she quote unquote committed a sin. Ain't no quote unquote, she committed a sin. Adultery. Yeah. Yes, she did that. Yes, she shouldn't have been cheating with and she was married. Yes, absolutely. Um and to be thinking about another man, that's still that even though she's not intimate with him, that's still a form of adultery. Okay, we're gonna talk about it on that aspect. Because I know that we got to deal with the holier than I people who never done nothing, who never messed up, and who never made a mistake. So we're gonna talk about that first and get that over with because then we got to jump in and really try to help her out. Because see, when you go, this is the thing, y'all. When you talk to people and bring the word, these people got to have some type of thought process about the word. They're gonna have to have some type of knowledge about this word. You just can't beat them up with the word like that, and they don't know anything about it. Because what you would do is you'll push them away from the word and away from God. That's what you would do. We're gonna talk about this thing on a all around the board level. Um, I talked to Stephanie a little bit earlier, and my thing is this, y'all. When you're in a relationship when you're married and you go outside of your marriage to start messing around, cheating, whatever you want to call it, uh, she left not because she didn't still care about this man. She left to try to make her marriage work and her children. That was to me, that was the first step that was wrong. The first mistake. Because when you're when you walk out of a person's life, you walk out with the intention of not coming back. She didn't close nothing. She just walked and left doors still open. She should have just closed because she should have when she walked away, she should have walked away without even never trying to look back. When you walk out of something and you walk out with intentions and not to go back, you walk out of with the mindset that I'm not even gonna look back, I'm not going back, I'm not turning back. Um, but then you got to look at the fact that she wanted her family. She wanted to fight for her family and her children. So the thing of it is, my first question is, why did she marry him? Because see, it's so many unanswered questions. I want to know what was the reason why she married him. Did she marry him because she loved him? Did she marry him because of security purposes? Why did she marry him? Because and when this is why when we had the last show we was talking about marrying people for financial gain and security purpose and all of this and you marry without marrying them because you love them and you want to he's your everything. When you marry with the wrong intentions, it leaves doors like this open. When you marry because I'm marrying him because I have children by him, and that's what everybody used to say. Well, you got babies by him, you marry him. That's a door left open because you don't really care about that man. You're just there because of what people say or because you want to have a security blanket wrapped around you. And there's no love there, no true love there, no respect, no honor there. So it'll put you in a situation wherein you'll creep out. Absolutely, yeah. That's right. That's what I'm trying to go to. But I'm trying to take it around the board because I don't want nobody to feel like that I have not hit no every aspect of it. Because the thing of it is, like you said, she don't want to be married no more. She literally don't want to be married no more. because there's no way. This is the thing. You can't go outside because you don't trust yourself that you're gonna go see this man. So you take your husband there just to make sure you don't make a mistake. You are being intimate with your husband, but yet, and you ain't even being intimate with your husband. Let's keep this right. You ain't even being intimate with your husband. You are laying down there. Your husband is being intimate with you, but your mind is with the other man. So you ain't even being intimate with your husband. You're not even being intimate with your husband. He's being intimate with you. And all this detective stuff that you got going on, having people spy on him, is kind of ridiculous. Because when you walked away and you said you wanted your family, that's the direction that you should have kept. You got to keep this thing. You got to keep it for real. You got to keep it real and as real as possible. Because when you go back to, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. When you go back to a marriage, not because of the fact that you love your husband and you want that thing to work, you go back with other intentions. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You're gonna be unhappy, and your husband gonna be unhappy. And I'm gonna tell y'all ladies something, and y'all men something. 9 times out of 10, the kids already know something is going on. The kids already know something is wrong. They already know it. They already know it. And now you're bringing yourself back into a house with a man he probably doing everything he possibly could do to please you. Because see, when you're in an unhappy house, an unhappy marriage, an unhappy relationship, the whole house is unhappy. There's arguments that take places that shouldn't even never taken place. You mad when that man can open his mouth and immediately you mad. He can walk through the door and you mad. He can want to touch you and you feel like you could just slap his face off immediately, because that's not where you want to be. And your mindset is you in the house. You don't go out because you don't trust yourself with him, but yet and still you know everything he does because you got your homegirl spying on him. You got your homegirl spying on him. So you really have not let him go for real. You really have not gone. I understand, God honor marriages and stuff, but God honors marriage that are sacred, marriage that people are fighting to try to keep their marriage. Ain't no fighting her to keep that marriage. She said every part of her want him. Could this be an attack to separate the marriage? My question is, what was the purpose of even getting married? And nothing in the letter says that he's even even searching her out. This could even be just a one-sided situation, y'all. Because see, one thing about a man that I've learned about a man, when a man tired, he tired. When a man says it's over, it's over. A man can walk away from you, do stuff to you, and never look back. Don't need no closure. They just move. And you the one toe up. You the one toe up. And she's not. Yasmin, that's it. She ain't gonna I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Some marriage can manage. Some marriage can come back from stuff like this. Some marriage can come back but it takes willing participant. It takes people willing to fight for a marriage. That's what it takes. You cannot say that you in this marriage for these kids, because that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. You're gonna create a dysfunctional house with some dysfunctional kids who's gonna grow up feeling some type of way about you and him, mostly you, because you left and you made the mistake. Mostly you. So that's the thing. I understand. Like I said, I read the comments. I've talked to people. I understand the fighting for the marriage and stuff, but it got to be a marriage that we're fighting for. One person cannot be fighting in a two-man's marriage. It ain't gonna work. If I'm going to the east and you going to the west, it ain't gonna work. If I'm going north and you going south, it ain't gonna work, y'all. Absolutely. It will take a strong foundation. It takes a lot of forgiveness. It takes a lot of conversation, but it takes work effort. It ain't no work effort here. She don't have no type of work effort at all. What she says is, I don't trust myself to go to this. Okay. I don't trust myself to go out. You mean to tell me that you don't trust yourself enough to go to the store and come back by yourself? that you only using this man to keep your name clean? Because mentally you done checked out. Physically you done checked out already. Because when you're in the bed and you're being intimate with your husband and your mind ain't even on that man, ain't even on him. You literally is thinking about the other man. Literally, you're thinking about the other man. Yeah, she already gone. Absolutely. She have already mentally checked out. She just still physically, body still physically there. But her mind checked out. She gone. She got a whole year. And you mean to tell me, that you all you think about is this man? Yeah, she done checked out. I just don't see no 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 bouncing back in this, y'all. I mean, if y'all feel something totally different, right? To comment down, y'all. Let's talk about this thing. But me personally, on a personal level, I don't feel no bounce back. I just don't see it. I don't see it because it's a one way street, and he's in a situation and don't even realize he's in a situation. But then I'm not gonna say that because sometimes a man know too. Sometimes a man know when his woman is cheating, his wife is cheating. A true man that knows his wife, that study his wife, you know there's something, you especially if you used to having her this way, or knowing that she moved this way, or knowing that she feel this way, and y'all bodies and minds are in tune. You're gonna know when your woman, your wife, or your husband is not mentally there. Everything's gonna change. The sex gonna change, the conversation's gonna change, the looks gonna change, everything is gonna change. Everything is gonna change. And Tracy, that's one of the things that's one of my questions. What took her to what happened in those 3 years that made her go outside of the house? Because when I first read this letter, and when she said the first 6 years was okay, I'm thinking, what do you mean okay? Because most people said the first year, the first 3 years, we loved each other, we did this, we did that, but her answer was okay. What does that okay mean? Because that okay to me already opened a little doorway. What does okay mean? And then whatever was okay made you go, was okay or was not okay, made you go out and cheat. And I, what I'm, Trey, my mind, like I said, I talked to Stephanie about that thing, and I was thinking, I don't think she really loved him from the beginning. I don't think it was really a love affair on both ends, a true love affair on both ends. Cause sometimes, like I said, we get pressured into marrying people because we got children. Absolutely. That's what I was saying. Yes, most of the time we get pressured into marrying to people because, well, back in the the older time, you got a baby bound, you got to marry him. Ain't about you loving him, ain't about you caring about him, but if you got a baby bound, you got to marry him. And then some people marry for financial gain because I this man got this and he got that, and I'm gonna marry him because I don't have to want for nothing. Then you mess around. I say it all the time. You take yourself outside them doors and you mess around and run yourself into a stallion. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because I'm gonna tell you something. A stallion is 100% total package. How do you think you gonna bounce back from a total package? And I'm just gonna be honest. You go outside the door, not willing to even tell your husband, listen, this ain't working. Let's try this. This ain't going on. Let's try this. None of that. You go out and get it. You go out and get it. You go out and get it. And you go out them doors, and I'm telling you, a stallion can't be tamed. They take a lot to break a stallion. And you mess around and run into one of them bucks out there, girl, them stallions, total package. And you talking about you can't get him off your mind. Not one time did you say he's stalking me, or me and him had a conversation. He already, I mean, my point of view is he already forgot you. You just ain't forgot him. then you mess around and leave your house, your husband, and that's probably why you ain't left. I mean, on some real talk, that's probably why you ain't left. It probably it's probably not even about the children. You probably left because you probably know that he ain't yours from the beginning. You probably left because you can't go back. Ain't nothing in this letter saying that this man is willing to take you back, calling you on his mind. None of that. Because like I said, 9 times out of 10, when a man leaves, that man is gone. He's gone. When a man says it's over, he walk out the door, kick rocks. He don't give you no explanation. He gone. We women like we women like closure. Men don't give closure. So nothing in that letter, nothing in this letter saying that he's even after you. So with that being said, that's why you at home. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let's be truthful. You at home. That's why you stalking him. That's why you got your homegirl out there because you don't want to get caught looking for him. You got her out there with her crazy self stalking this man, and he probably got a woman for her to get up, be out there to get herself beat up. A police called on her. Try to figure out what he's going, what he's doing, who he with. Why? So evidently, he's already forgotten you. So it's two things you can do, sweetie pie. You can either stay in this thing and fight for your marriage and try to make it work, or leave and just be out there by yourself. Because I mean, like I said, it's nothing in the letter saying that he's even thinking about you, that he's even suggesting to try to get you back. It's you with the thoughts, because like a lot of times things happen. We as women, we get into these late nights, these creep situation, and we want a part that is not open. We want the main chick part, and that's already reserved. That they're not he's not hiring for that position. It's already filled. Well, he just don't want it. And you a married lady who's want a man that's single who don't seem to be wanting you. This is what this situation looks like to me. It looks like, and I wanted a man to come on the live so bad because I wanted to talk about this thing from a man's point of view, from a man who has dated a married woman, and what his thought process was when he dated that married woman. Was he trying to, especially when you were single, was he trying to make her his wife? Because 9 times out of 10, when you're creeping with a single person, that the trust level for you and them in a relationship, it's gonna be a struggle, because in their mind they know what it took for you to cheat with them. When you're in a relationship that you've been cheating with, it's a struggle to trust that person, because you already know what they're capable of doing. You already know that the lies that they're capable of saying. You know what it takes for them to get to cheat. You know what it takes for them to get to be with you. So what you do is you just there for the relax mode. That's what you're there for. You're not basically there to build a relationship. I mean, it's maybe 2 out of 10 that actually build a relationship and stay in it. Maybe 2 out of 10, because it's trust issues. It's gonna be, you know what? A man that I cheated with, and we done cheat, and I know the things that he done said. I can't see myself in a full-time relationship with him and trusting him 100%. Because in my mind, when he don't walk through that door at a certain time, he doing something. If he ain't, because that's what the mind gonna do to you, because you already know what he's capable of doing. So, like I said again, I mean, what y'all tell me y'all thoughts? Because I mean, my personal thought, like I said, is this: she's at home because she can't go back there. She can't go back there. You mean to tell me you call him and hang up the phone? Why you can't have a conversation? What's really going on? The single man accept the fact to cheat with her when she absolutely he did accept the fact to cheat, but that's all he was looking for, is to cheat. See, like I said, you got to understand the position. If you're a woman and you willing to lay down, what the average man gonna lay with you, whether you married or single. And because he decided to lay with her, maybe she wanted a position that he didn't have it wasn't available. It wasn't available. She done messed around and caught some feelings in a jump off situation. This wasn't a situation where I fall for you and you fall for me and we had this fairy tale dream relationship. I don't see that, because like I said, nothing says that he even calls her. He even tried to even get with her. So this is a one-sided relationship or situation, a one-sided love affair, basically. You want to say it that way. That's why you got to know your position when you, I mean, even without this letter right here, we don't want to talk about this letter right here. When you're in a relationship or when you're just chilling, relaxing, however y'all want to call it, you have to know your position and respect your position. You can't be in a full-time position. You can't want to be in a full-time position when he has you as a PRN. When he has you at a 3 a.m. and but yet you looking for something 8 hours or every day. And he's saying, no, that's not who I think. That's not who I'm. That's not your place with me. That's not what we agreed on. That's not what I'm looking for. So I understand she says the children, but I don't think it's actually for the children. I think it's because of the fact that she can't literally go nowhere. Some of us, now I know some of us know about being messing around with a man, and you may want that man, want a relationship with that man, and that man that's not even across his mind. He ain't even thinking about a relationship with you. He ain't even thinking about a 3 times a week with you. Some of them are one night stand. Some of them I may get with you, and 2 times out of a week. Once, you got to know your position in the relationship or in this situation, because not even a relationship, it's a situation because she's married. And now her husband he's feeling the wrath of it, because you're not going to tell me that this man is married to this woman, been married to her for all this long time, and he don't feel the shift in the relationship. He got to feel the shift. He got to know something is not right. He got to know they intimate in the bed, and you don't know that this lady is not moving it like she used to. She ain't her body don't desire you like she used to. So the intimacy ain't lasting like it used to. Wherein it used to be 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and now you got 5 minutes the most. She's sitting there and her eyes rolling all in her head because she can't wait for you to get up off of her. There's no way that he don't see this. Sometimes we try to be blinded to these situations. And like I said, when you unhappy mentally and your mental mind is in another place other than your home, it's gonna be a bunch of arguing in that house. It's gonna be a bunch of rolling eyes. It's gonna be a bunch of quiet time where I ain't gonna say nothing. You got a question. I got one word answer, because I really ain't feeling this. I'm doing everything I possibly can do to just stay here and don't act a fool. I'm doing everything, and then for the end the letter and say every part of me want him. That's them some powerful words, y'all. Them some powerful words. To say every part of me want him, those are powerful words. And I know the word of God. But this right here is a mental situation. She got to get herself in check. She got to decide if she gonna stay in that house and work on getting her husband back, or just leave. Even if she can't have that other man, just leave so both of them can have some peace. Because and I've known some situations when the woman can't get the man, she becomes a very angry and unstable woman, because where she want to be, she can't be. And just like Minister Banks said, it used to be a song out. If you can't love who you want, you love who you with. So it's a lot going on here. And then at the end of the day, the children suffer and her husband suffers. The children suffers and her husband suffers. And it's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. And like I said, don't get it wrong. Some marriage can bounce back. But in bouncing back, it takes dedication from both people. You can't bounce back when only one person is dedicated. You can't bounce back like that. When I'm focusing going this direction, but yet you're going that, you're pulling a whole different direction. He's not even on her mind. She don't even think about him. The only time she thinks about him is when she needs him to go with her places, so she don't go no other places. And that's a terrible situation for that man. Now, you ladies, that's a terrible situation. And if that man is not where you want to be, and that household is not where you want to be, then just leave it. Just leave it and leave that man with his manhood. Leave that man with a peace of mind. Don't keep staying there and mentally beating this man up. Because like I said, when there is no emotion, when there is no intimacy with the man that you with, it shows. And a lot of times that mess with a man's ego. That makes a man think that he's less than a man. That makes a man think that he can't even please his woman. So you mentally turn him down secretly. Secretly. Because in his mind, I can't please her. Because there's no way that this man is intimate with you. And you thinking about somebody else in your mind. And that's boosting his ego up. That ain't it. That ain't it. What's happening is you're turning him down mentally. You're destroying him. And that shouldn't take place. Even if you feel like you should tell him we need to take some time apart. I think you should do that. I think you should be, I personally, I think you should be honest. I really think you should be honest about the situation. Because a lot is a lot is at hand. A lot of things is at hand now. I mean, that man, those children, and nothing in this letter says that this man was a bad man. It doesn't say that he was a mean man. It doesn't say that he was beating on her. None of that. None of this. Nothing in this letter portray this man as being an evil person. Nothing. All it does is shows that he's a provider and a protector. She trusts him to at least do that, provide and protect. But that's it. Other than that, there is no love. There is no love. And that's the sad part about this thing. That's the sad part about this letter, y'all. I was thinking about the man, and imagine the man and how this has turned him down mentally, how this has turned his ego down. And sometimes some men don't come back from this because, like I said, it's a silent suffering. They're suffering in silence, and that's awful. That is really, really awful. And I think she should just come clean and talk to her husband about it. I think she should sit down and talk to him and tell him what's going on, how she feels. Because like I said, I don't think it's no way. It's hard for me to believe that he don't have a clue. It's hard for me to believe that he does not have a clue about what's going on. And I believe the kids do too. Because sometimes we play our children for being stupid or not. Or not, let me not use the word stupid. Please forgive me, y'all. Sometimes we play our children understanding level low, and the kids understand more sometimes than what we understand. So this heart right here, this letter right here, y'all, it touches my heart. It really does because, like I said, mostly the fact of the husband. Because could you imagine being in his shoes? And like I said, doing all you can do. And that's still not enough. We as women, we know what that feels like. We know what it feels like to do all we can do to be there to support them, mentally, physically, financially. And yet that's still not enough. Yet that if this would have been the other way around, and it was the man, we would really feel some type of way. But this lady, she got to pull herself together, and she got to make some really, really, really decision, some real strong decisions. She got to make some major decisions on what she's going to do, because if she don't, her house is going to be tore up, and not only her house, but her children. Her children. See, ladies, we asking for these men, and we want a manly man, but then we want to control them. We want to turn them down. We want to make them feel useless and worthless, but yet we want that man to provide. We want that man to protect us. We want that man to keep us. We want that man to love us, but yet it's still, in the midst of all of that, we tear them down. There's no building take place, none, and that don't make any sense. Because, like I said, whatever she got out there, it may be the same thing in the house. Whatever she got out there could possibly be the same thing she can get in her own home with her husband. All it takes is some communication. All it takes is just a sit down and a conversation. That's it. A sit down and a conversation that some of us don't want to have, that some of us don't want to do. We want to do everything else but to sit down and talk to our spouse, talk to our the person that we in a relationship with, and tell them the things we like, tell them the things we don't like, the things that need to be worked on. You know, sometimes all it takes is the conversation, and you don't even know that man could actually do more than what that man that you so hot in the butt and desiring, who ain't even paying you attention. You're gonna lose your marriage behind something that's not chasing you. You're chasing it, and it's already occupied. It's already taken. It already belongs to somebody else. You know, we women, we want these men. We want these men that are attached to other women. Not even realizing, because let me tell y'all something. We're just gonna go off the grid just a little bit. Let me tell y'all something. Every time, every relationship that you're admiring, that you're coveting, that you wishing you had, you don't know the inside of it. You don't know everything that's going on in the inside. You don't know what take place at night. You don't know the arguments, the struggle. You don't know. But you want something so bad, with no idea of what all it takes to be functional in that relationship. You don't know. And then you go get these men. You fight for them. Sometimes you get them. And then when you get them, then now you see what the other woman was dealing with. Now you have accepted her issues and her problems with that man or that woman. Like I said, be careful what you ask for and be able to handle what you get. See, there's so much stuff goes on. So much stuff can go on when you decide that you want to go out and take something or want something that belongs to somebody else. Or you desiring not what you got, but actually lusting over something that belongs somewhere else or to somebody else. Not even appreciating what you have. Now, if you would have said that this man beat you up, then I said chunk the deuces. If you would have said this man was cheating, I would have told you chunk the deuces. I'm telling you now, if this is not what you want, do not stay in this house, in this marriage, with this man, and tear him down to nothing. Do not do that to him. You owe him enough respect for him. Have enough respect for him to talk to him, to tell him. Because like I said, he may be thinking that there's something going on with him. The reason why he can't please you. He may think it's him, not knowing that it's because your mind is on the other side of town with another man. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So, like I said, how do y'all feel about it? I mean, how do y'all feel about this situation? To me, this is it's like a wow. Like, it's just a wow. I was hoping that I would get a man on the live because I just wanted to have it from a man's point of view, especially from a man that has cheated with a married woman. I wanted to have it from his point of view to see what all that looks like. I really wanted to see that because, or hear that, not see it, but hear it, because we have to understand that sometimes y'all, we can want stuff that don't want us. We can want people that don't want us, and we really have to get it together. We really have to get it together. We really have to get it together as women. You know, we say we want this, we say we want that, but yet we really don't know. You really don't know. You have to um, stop connecting yourself in relationships that you really don't want to be in, and stop using the kids as an scapegoat, because it's not even about the kids. It's not even about the children, because there's a lot of single moms that are raising kids and doing a wonderful job, and you got a household with a husband and a wife that's not even they're together mentally, and it's destroying the kids. The kids are actually coming out doing things worse than it was with a coming from a single parent home. And in actuality, if you want to be truthful about the matter, you still in a single parent home when you got two parents there, but one there and one not there. Mentally, the body is there, mentally not there. Mentally not there. It's a lot happens when you struggle mentally. You begin to do some things that you wouldn't want to do or wouldn't normally do. You know, the attention and the love that you would normally give the kids, you don't give them because you're in a mental state. The time that you would normally give the kids, you can't give it to them because you're in a mental state. The things that you would normally do with them, you can't do it because you're in a mental state. Because right now you're trying to put some pieces in your mind back together on, I wish I was here. I'm not happy here. And in the midst of all of that, the kids suffer. They see the tension. Once upon a time, we got a lot of attention from mom. Now, so all of a sudden, it ain't no attention. Mom ain't out here interacting with us. Mom in the room, or mom in her car. Mom doing, because mom is not where she should be. Her actions is not where it should be at. Her mental is not where it should be at. Because right now she's fighting just for herself, just to keep herself mentally stable. So, like I said, in a relationship like this, when something take place like this, a lot of things take hits. A lot of things become unnoticed. A lot of love disconnect, even with the mother and the children. So this is a very, very serious letter, y'all. A very serious letter. And like I said, my thing is that I think she should sit down and talk to her husband. I think she should just be honest and let him know exactly what happened. And then I think they should rebuild from that. I don't think she should make him think that it's something going on or something mentally or physically wrong with him. Because, like I said, when you put intimacy is the most important part of a man showing you everything about him, or how he truly feel about you. Because it becomes a touch thing. It's become a heart thing. It's emotion, body emotion, and you really can tell a person how much you feel and doing intimacy. So I can only imagine the half touching or not touching or not looking at, or rolling your eyes in your head, or I would got an expression on your face that's saying I'll be glad when it's over with, and stuff like that. It messed the other person up, whether it be a woman or a man. It messed them up because it makes them think that it's something that they're doing, and or excuse me, are not doing, and the whole time it's something that you yourself is mentally battling. And that's not fair to the next person, to leave them out there like that. It's not fair, y'all. And she really need to come clean. she really needs to talk to him. She really needs to talk to him. I just think she really needs to talk to him. And if that's only if she wants to work on her marriage and make her marriage work. If that's not the case, then she need to just go ahead on and leave. Let's go ahead on and leave, and don't damage both of them. Don't allow both of them to be mentally damaged. Just go ahead on and leave and let him heal from everything that has taken place, and also allow her to heal. Maybe the separation would be a thing. Then she'll be able to miss what she has. Sometimes separation can bring people back together because they begin to miss what they had. Sometimes just seeing tragedy or a situation, another situation in somebody else's marriage, make you understand what you truly have. Sometimes it takes a tragedy from somebody else's marriage to make you realize who and what you truly have. So like I said, my thing is this: the I would suggest to her is to leave, separate for a while, talk to him, and then leave. I wouldn't stay in that relationship because, like I said, mentally she's already checked out. Mentally she's already checked out. It's no really no us, not her and him. She's already mentally checked out of that relationship, of that man relationship, that marriage. She's already checked out. And she either, like I said, she needs some time to get herself together, to either to miss what she has, or she needs to just get a divorce or fight for her marriage. But don't just stay there if you ain't got no fight in you for it. Make it easy on both of y'all, and just take a separation moment and see where that take place. What happens within the separation. I'm not gonna say, yeah, you're married and because you're married, you need to fight for your marriage. I listened. I mean, I looked at the statement that she made. That's what I looked at, the statements, and everything about the statements that she made. It says, I want the other man. I'm not even concerned about my husband. I want the other man. Not one time did she say she was concerned, feel that she hurting her husband, feel like that, she wanted to try to do better. None of that says that. Not even the fact that I want to make my marriage work because I love my husband. She said, for the kids' sake. For the kids' sake. So I could only imagine that household and how it's running and how it feels to even walk through the door, because when you're in a tense situation, the tension in the room shows. It presents itself and it stands out very loud and clear. So, you guys, I thank you so very much for being a part of Surviving Our Broken Pieces. I truly apologize. I try to go live on this thing 6 different times, but nevertheless, y'all, I thank y'all so much for being a part of Surviving Our Broken Pieces. Come up and support me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. For those who's here, for those to come, you guys just write, what you feel, what you think in the comment, because it truly helps. It truly helps. Honesty. I don't believe in sugarcoating. I don't believe in telling you what you want to hear, because that's not going to get the problem settled. I believe in talking, real talk and honesty. And like I said, in this particular situation, she's already checked out. She's already out. And just to save him and his manhood, leave. Give him a moment. Talk to him. And then if you can't work things out, separate for a while. Maybe then the separation can build you back up. If not, then be best friends so you can co-parent. If separation do not bring y'all back together, then be the best co-parenting parents that you can be. Be friends, I'm not gonna say, just be friends. You both be friends for your kids' sake, and raise your kids to on a mutual understanding between both of you guys. Don't let the children play y'all between each other. Because, the kids play the weak parents, strong parent. They'll play that on you too. So you guys talk first. And if that don't work, try, just a little separation and see how that works. If that doesn't work, then like I said, co-parent and and let the kids know that even in this situation, we still both love you. We still both love you. Again, I thank you guys for being part of Surviving Our Broken Pieces. For those here, for those to come, I pray for the married couples that's connected to this podcast. Because I know, like I said, as being married myself, I know that it's a struggle being married. I know that you take the let me say this because I don't want to end it. It's a struggle, but it's worth the struggle if you with the person that you should be with. It's worth it. The ups and downs will be worth it because you're spending the rest of your life with the person that you chose to be with, that you love, that you honor and cherished. So that's how you got to look at that thing. Do not stay with a person that you're not connected to. My bishop, he did a teaching about 2 Saturdays ago. And in the teaching, he was talking about making sure that you are connected to the right rib, the right wife. Because I want to go back a little bit, not a little, I want to go back to looking at it biblically, because the Bible says that a man that finds a wife, 2 things happen. He finds a good thing, and then he finds favor with God. 2 things take place. He finds himself a good thing, and he finds favor with God. And this is why I'm repeating this from my bishop. This is why you have to make sure that you are connected with the right rib, the right person. Because if you're not connected to the right person, these type of situations will take place. If you're not connected to the right person, the household will be in turmoil. So stop connecting yourself and marrying to people that you're not connected to, that you don't even supposed to be connected to or with. I say I pray for the marriages. I pray for people that's connected to this platform, that's married and fighting and standing in the gap for each other. Because that's what you're supposed to do. I like I said, this letter touched me because I've been there. I've been married, and my heart was with another person, not, let's say my heart or wanted to be. Let me say it like this: wanted to be with another person. So I've played that role, and I know how that feel on her end. But I also know the hurt that I put on my husband, the facial expressions. So I know from both sides of the fence. So I thank God for changing me, recreating me, to be the woman that I should be and need to be for my husband. So now when I get married again, I would know what to do and what not to do, what to look for and what not to look for. The signs on different things. So with that being said, y'all, and anybody that's married, if you're married to the right person, y'all fight for each other. Y'all pray for each other. So many marriages are being broken up. So many marriages are turned into divorce, because somehow, some way, they stop praying for each other. They stop caring about each other. They stop wishing and helping and hoping for each other. They stop building with each other. They stopped going the same directions. They started going different directions. So with everything that's being said, even to the letter, for those of y'all that's married or planning to get married, use some of this stuff as a learning tool. Um, use it as a learning tool. To know what not to do. Use it as a learning tool, y'all. To know that if something is, if let me say it like this, to just be truthful to your spouse, to be able to talk to your spouse about any and everything, to have a strong communication line, not to allow anything to come in your house and tear your house up. Pray for each other when soon you open your eyes. Pray for each other before you even close your eyes. Pray for each other throughout the day. This is how these marriages gonna last. There's too many of them that just falling to the ground. Because yes, we have an adversary. Yes, that the devil don't like marriage, because marriage symbolizes unity. A marriage symbolizes unity. So yes, it's gonna be some warfare. Yes, it's gonna be some struggles in that. It is. But do know that communication is the key. Be able to sit down and have those type of conversations with each other and still be okay with it. Be able to do that. Be able to listen to your partner. Don't always be so highly opinionated that you don't have the ears to hear your partner. Don't always be so highly opinionated. Again, I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you for being part of Surviving Our Broken Pieces. I want you guys to have a blessed night. Like I said, you married couples, pray for each other, y'all. This letter right here, it just touched my heart. It really touched my heart. Because I'm seeing so many married couples fight, so many married couples separate, so many married couples divorce, and some of them don't even try to fight for the marriage. They just walk out and walk away, not even understanding what it could have been. So again, y'all, I'm gonna close out this time. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous evening. I love you guys. Stay tuned for next Tuesday at 8 p.m. For Surviving Our Broken Pieces, y'all. Have a good night.